Ugh. What up? What's good? What's good? What's happening with y'all, man? What's up? What's up? Let's pull this chat up one time, boy. Alright. What up, Andy? What up, Jaden? Hey, Wilbon from Arkansas. That's what's up. That's what's up. What up, Monty? What up, Jamasio? Is that what it is? Jamaicio. Jamasio. What is up with you, mister? What's good with you, Jaden? What up, TAB Black? What's up? What's up? Jesus. Jesus. What's up, Chelsea? Aren't you at the beach? Chelsea, you at the beach? What's the 411? Music label, what's up with you? What's up? From Virginia. Icy, what's good with you? Icy, I might be back on Twitch a little bit. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. Look, I was going to do a video, but I'm doing something a little bit later. And I didn't want to go through the whole process of shooting a video, editing, rendering it out, all this stuff, and doing all the stuff. So I don't really know. I didn't want to go through all that process. So it's like a small bit of news that came out. And I thought, you know, rather than shoot a video and go through all that process, you feel me? We'll just go ahead and do it all right now. I can do it live. And y'all seem to like the live stream thing. So, you know, we'll do it like this. We'll do it this way. What's up with y'all? I'm going to give it a minute. Most of y'all already know what the deal is, but for y'all who haven't been, you know, around, you feel me? There's a little bit of news that came out. It's a slight little bit of news. What up, Joan? I'm the cutie. Hey, look, Joan. I'm glad someone finally appreciates the beauty. I appreciate that. There was something else someone said. Someone said something else that I meant to respond to. What up, Roscoe? Texas, that's what's up. From VA. Your first live stream? Well, congratulations. You made it. You made it. My thoughts on Ian? Bro, my thoughts on Ian very, very clear. He's definitely really impressive and definitely gonna be day one contributor. St. Louis? Hey, I feel you. They took your team away, Brody. They stole your team from you, bro. Alright, y'all. Let's get into this news real quick. So, first things first. Y'all already know about what happened with the first cuts, second cuts. And if you've been following the channel, you've probably already seen the videos and whatnot of my thoughts on all of that. If you haven't, I mean, you can peep the channel. You're on the channel right now, so I mean, you already know what it is. But what I want to talk about right here is, yeah. Wait, what? Hold up. Let me hit up this studio mode one time. Since, all right, you gonna play me. All right, bet. Yeah. All right, DJ Moore speeding ticket. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all, honestly. That was like, what, weeks ago? That happened a while ago. Just got reported on, what, like 2 weeks ago? That doesn't really concern me, honestly. He'll be alright. He'll be okay. So, you can see right here, basically what happened is we have 10 players that got signed to the practice squad, and I was ready. I ain't gonna front on you. I was ready to talk about a little something. Now, I realized that Kenyon Barner wasn't able to get, he's not, what is it, practice squad eligible, so I was really upset about that, but I really wasn't. That's part of the news, E. Jones. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for a little second. So, basically what happened is we have 10 players we're going to add to the practice squad. Kyle Allen was the first name on the list, which is kind of surprising, but I guess not really. when you consider it doesn't really matter whether it is Kyle Allen or Garrett Gilbert, who's our third string quarterback. Because if we have to get to our third string quarterback, then the season's over either way. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I don't think that Garrett Gilbert or Kyle Allen is really going to be able to hold down. What if both Cam and Taylor are out for 4 games? They're both probably good for 1 win in that 4-game stretch. So, I mean, depending on what part of the season it is, early in the season, it's probably going to be bad either way. Late in the season, we play a lot more of our conference games or division games, and it's going to be you're going to need some quarterback play if you're playing the Saints and the Falcons. And the Bucks can pop up on you if you let them. If you let the Bucks pop up on you, they can actually score a little bit. And their front seven is going to be nice this year. So, I mean, if we have Kyle Allen or Garrett Gilbert in, then we're going to be running a lot. And their front seven in Tampa they're not scrubs. All right. What's a practice squad? It's basically where you hold 10 players that can't make the actual rosters. It's like 10 reserve guys on your team that can still practice with the team, but they're not actually part of the 53-man roster, and they still get paid like something like, I don't know, it depends. I think a minimum of $200K. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we have Kyle Allen, Reggie Bonifon, we have Mose Frazier. Actually, that's what I want to talk about. Reggie Bonifon, first of all, I'm surprised we kept him. Y'all are pretty happy with him. And he's not bad. I don't want to say he's bad or anything, but I'm just surprised that. Never mind. I forgot he's not eligible. Okay, we're all good. Jason Vanderlaan, who was doing pretty good in camp, but the big thing about Jason Vanderlaan is that he can actually block really well. I think they tried him in tackle and guard some a little bit in practice, and he was doing pretty good blocking as well. So I mean, I keep an eye on him to come in if worse comes to worse. Taylor Hearn, we saw his name get called a little bit, not too much though. Dorian Johnson, I don't know much about him. Keontae Anderson, I don't know much about him. Kendrick Norton was a name we heard a lot, and I thought he'd maybe make the team. But with our D tackles already being solid, I mean, when you have Dontari Poe and 2K Short as your starters, I mean, does it really matter? And we have a lot of good depth there. I mean, we only kept 4, but we'll be all right there. We have Cole Luke, who made the squad, and then Desmond Southward. I don't know how to pronounce that. No, sometimes it's weird pronunciation where it's not exactly the actual how South would be. Either way, man. Desmond Southward and Cole Luke. Now, when I first saw this list and I saw Cole Luke, now Cole Luke was doing some pretty good work. Won't front on you. Cole Luke was doing some pretty good work to make the practice squad. But when I first saw this list, it had me feeling some kind of way. I was like, hold up. I was ready to get mad. Now, when I first saw this list, I was ready to make a video no matter what. If we're top 5 defense, I wouldn't care who's at quarterback. That is not a good. No, that's not it. That's not it. Because we don't have a top 5. We don't have a top 25 O-line. You can have a good defense, but if you got to score at some point. And we can be a good stopping defense, but are we a top 5 scoring defense? Because having a top 5 defense is cool if you can stop them. But if you're not a top 5 scoring defense, and takeaways and turnovers, making them punt. If they punt, then you're in the inside the 20, inside the 30. You always have to do something. If you're scoring on defense, that's cool. If you're getting turnovers on defense, you can at least get easy, definite field goals. But just having a top 5 defense isn't enough. Not enough to make the playoffs and win 2 games in the playoffs. Either way, when I saw Cole Luke, I said, look, man, I feel a certain type of way about this. You feel me? I feel a certain type of way about this. You feel me? And then I saw this. Something beautiful. Something beautiful. I wish I had the. You guys know how I have this for my starting thing, for my starting GIF. I wish I had the Jameis Winston GIF for. Did y'all say GIF or GIF? First of all, I heard that the creator of the .gif format says GIF, but a lot of people say GIF. So I don't know. I want to know what y'all thoughts are on GIF versus GIF. Either way, man, I saw this real beautiful little bit of an article here by Max Sensen. He talking about Matt Kalil getting put on injured reserve, and I ain't never seen a sentence so beautiful in my life. Do you see this? Charlotte in all caps Left tackle Matt Kalil has been placed on IR with a right knee injury. I said, y'all hear something? Y'all hear some? Cause I might have to call Guinness up. This right here may just break the record for the smallest violin of all time. And I'm telling you right now, I'm composing a concerto right now. I can't feel any kind of way for Matt Kalil. I won't lie to you. And I don't think the coaches are either. I don't know if Matt Kalil is actually super hurt right now. I think if we needed him to play, he could play. But let's be real. This is a way to keep Matt Kalil on the team because of his contract, but keep him off the field and off the 53-man roster. And I'm not sure how payments work. I think he still gets paid. I think it's still it's all guaranteed actually. Most of that was guaranteed, and he still got that. But still, I'm just glad he won't be taking up a roster spot. I think that was my biggest problem with Matt Kalil was that he's taking up a roster spot, and he can come back in 8 weeks, and hopefully he's good in 8 weeks. If Matt Kalil if he's not straight from injury in 8 weeks, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't wish injury on anyone. Look, I don't wish injury or pain or that any stuff on anyone because that's just a bad thing to do. It's just in poor taste to wish that kind of stuff on somebody. But I will say off rip. I mean, do I feel really bad? Do I feel like we lost a key piece of our offense or our line? Look, can't tell you that. And then they try to sneak this little thing in here. Taylor Moton's all good. And they said this. The second most beautiful sentence in this whole article. Hold up. Let's go ahead and take that in for a second. Just taking that sentence. Taking that sentence for a second here. Hold up. Give me just a second. Give me a second. Just taking that sentence for a second. Lorenzo Doss made the roster. Look, when I talked about in my video where I said my roster predictions, I said Lorenzo Doss should make the team. I said, look, man, I don't know if he makes the team over Captain Munderland because he has that veteran voice and he's been here for a while. But honestly, if push comes to shove, I wouldn't be too sad about Cap being left off for Lorenzo Doss. But if you told me that there was a chance that Matt Kalil could be left off for Lorenzo Doss, look, talk to me, Bo. Talk to me. We can talk a little bit about this one. Hey, we could talk a little about should we sign Coney Ely again? Why? What? Why? Why do we don't need D-line help? First of all, we don't need D-line help. Second of all, our D-line's straight. Third of all, Coney Ely got dropped by us, the Patriots, the Jets, and the Cowboys. Why would we need a fourth-string defensive end that we already tossed to the wayside, and one team that's already in contention, that's actually in contention, dropped, a team that's actually trash dropped, and a team that's at a mid-tier, probably gonna go between 6 and 10, maybe 9 and 7 or 10 and 6 dropped. We don't need Coney Ely. He's just a name. He's just a guy who played for the Panthers at one point. I mean, if we won the Super Bowl, he would have been the MVP. But Coney Ely's not good, and we don't need him. No way he was ever starting, bro. If he was not on IR, they have to play the man. It's as simple as that. If they needed to play, let me think. If he was actually on the active roster, they're gonna play him. I'm telling you that right now. This is why they didn't. This is why if he didn't have this injury, not even this injury. Like I feel like he would have played. Yeah, even if he didn't have this injury, and even if he was being outplayed by Taylor Moton, he still would have got the start. When? What contradiction? Oh yeah, but keeping Corn Elder and Lorenzo Doss is definitely the move. How many interceptions do I think Dante Jackson's gonna have? I really couldn't call it. I don't even know. I mean, yeah, I really couldn't call that. He had a knee scope. You can come back from that. What do you mean? It's a knee scope, not exactly really surgery. That's something you can come back from. Matt Kalil definitely could have come back from that. I mean, if he was, dude, if it was a definite he was gonna be on IR, why place him on IR after final cuts, or right when final cuts are? Like, why wouldn't you just put him on IR then? Like, why not? He was still practicing, wasn't he? He was still good. He practiced after that. I mean, making it sound like the dude, like it was a foregone conclusion, like our front office doesn't know about a knee scope. Like, okay, well, let's just see if you can practice after this. We know you're gonna be on IR after this knee scope, but you know what? Still practice with us one time. Just come over and still practice with us. They thought he was gonna be straight. Which is why they didn't put him on IR immediately after he came back from the surgery. Is Corey Robinson any good? Probably not. We traded for him for a 7th round pick in 2 years. And I think that I forgot what team he came from. Y'all told me. Was it Vikings? But from what I was seeing, everyone on that team was thinking, all the fans were thinking he's going to get cut anyway. And if you acquire a player for a 7th round pick, not in next year's draft, but in the year after that, I think you can make a pretty fair assessment of what exactly that guy's skill set is. A conditional 7th in 2020. If that's what we're getting good players for, I mean, you tell me. If that's the going rate, if that's the price of a good player. Yeah, he's injury prone. Because Ron has mishandled this from the start. He mishandled Matt Kalil? Okay, you're right. Actually, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, I guess look, man. I'm telling you right now. I guess you can forward your resume to whatever the address is of the Bank of America, the offices, because I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm sure that he had to have gotten cleared by the training staff, the team doctor, and then he had to have been looked at from the coaches and everything. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, Matt Kalil was trash, but I don't think that he was ever. I don't think that you can. I think you can come back from a knee scope, especially within a full month. Wait, trash all along. He was good his rookie year. Matt Kalil was good his rookie year, and he was decent. I forgot what year it was, but he was actually decent for us for most of 1 year. He just lost his confidence and got hurt, and then it was kind of bad from there. Darrell Williams, yeah, basically he's on the active roster, and he's basically supposed to or might play. Let me see. He might play week 1. He said he's taking it day by day, but he's really trying to push for the coaches to let him start week 1. Underestimated what? And how do you handle an O-line injury well? What does that mean? What do you mean we're not handling an O-line injury well? They got injured. Like what? What do you mean? Are you saying that we're not training them right to not get injured, or are you saying after they get injured we're mishandling them? Because I feel like most of the guys who got injured, they stopped practicing right away because it was a serious injury. A knee scope isn't that bad of an injury, and saying a guy took a vet day when he went for surgery is nothing more than trying not to make a story in the media. He said he went for a vet day, and then hours later, he called it a vet day in the morning, and then said he went for a surgery at the end of practice. It made it sound like he just didn't want to have a big story going on during practice, and then right after practice, he said it was surgery. The story came out 8 hours later. Either way, I'm done talking about that. I'm not gonna go back and forth on that. But yeah, Matt's been a mess for a minute. Giants are gonna be the Panthers North. You have the Giants and the Bills. Those New York teams that could be good, but just won't. They really are Panthers North. It's really the Bills for the most part, but the Giants with Gettleman now, I mean, he might be looking to pick up a little bit of our. I don't want to say trash, but you know they say, man, one man's trash, another man's treasure. You feel me? Should we trade for Lamar Jackson? What? We don't need a quarterback. That's something I've been seeing a lot in my comments. People have been saying like, yo, man, should we get Lamar Jackson? Or should we get RG3? Or should we get... well, basically, the question is, let's just put it like this. The questions I see in my comments about quarterbacks is, hey, Sheltron, should we trade for this black quarterback who can run? As if the team can only pick up a black quarterback who's mobile. And like, well, he can run the same plays that Cam Newton can. It's like, I mean, we don't need a quarter. I mean, Cam Newton is pretty unique. And I don't think our team needs, if Cam Newton goes down, our team doesn't need a mobile quarterback to be successful. It seems like a kind of a limiting sort of scope of what quarterbacks we should even look at just because we have a black quarterback who can run. But the answer to that is no, because why would we trade assets for a position that we really don't, that's not even near our top priority? We shouldn't be trading away assets because we have a lot of guys who are going to be retiring or just going to be getting dropped next year. And we have a lot of cap room next year as well. A lot of cap is getting dropped. And we need to draft some O-linemen, first of all. We have to draft O-linemen, someone in the secondary, and an edge rusher, unless we pick up an edge rusher with our cap room, because Pep's going to be gone. I mean, even TD might be gone. He's been saying or hinting that he wants to come back or whatnot. But, you never know with that kind of thing, man. You really never know about that. The coaching staff probably let him stay, honestly. But he'll be on a snap count, kind of like we have Julius Peppers on right now. So it'll be a little bit different. If we traded Matt Kalil for a safety, the only safety we could trade Matt Kalil for is I don't know, a safety crossing guard. There's no trade value for Matt Kalil. You think about it like this. You can't just, like, it's not that you get rid of a player and you get a player back. Like, there's people have trade value. So who's going to pick up Matt Kalil knowing what he is? First of all, he's on IR, which is not good. He's injured. He's injury prone. He's not that great. And he has a massive contract. With those four things combined, there's no trade value. Or there is trade value, but maybe for another team's practice squad safety, we wouldn't get anything back from him. We wouldn't get anything back by trading Matt Kalil. What should we draft next year? Yep, I agree with you 100%. Yeah. I say best talent available on the at DE. Yeah, best talent available DE. Yeah. No. Not just best talent available. If one of the top 3 defensive ends is there, then I say draft a defensive end first. And this all depends on where we draft. I mean, if we have a bad year, then we can do a lot of different things. If we have a really good year, it's going to be kind of tough. If we have a really good year, I say go O-line first round. If we do 10-6, 11-5, we have to go O-line first round. If we do like something like 6-10, 7-9, or God forbid something even less than that, then I say edge rusher. We'll probably be able to pick up an edge rusher because there's gonna be some pretty good depth at the edge this year. We're gonna see some good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be deep in D ends, but O-line should be pretty solid this year. And at any rate, I think our first 3 rounds, 2 of them have to be O-linemen. No matter what happens, I think 2 of our first 3 picks have to be O-linemen. Yeah, exactly. Shannon, you're 100% right, Shannon. I mean, I'll trade Matt Kalil right now if I can get a one Supreme. Look, one Supreme and half of someone else's honey mustard sauce packet. Look, man, give me one Supreme. It doesn't even gotta be hot. Look, put it in the microwave for 15 seconds, and once someone's done with part of their honey mustard, let me slide over to my table, and I can dip it in there real quick. Look, I'll give me that for Matt Kalil, and we're straight. Look, we're good. We should sue Gettleman and force him to take Kalil. Look, look, Matt Kalil or Sheltron. Look, I'll go out there, get injured. Look, I'll go out there and get injured for a good 200K. Put me on the starting roster. I might come out of that first play mangled, but it's the things we do. It's the things we do. Matt Kalil or Juju? Goodness. Give me Matt Kalil. Matt Kalil or Julio Jones. I need me Matt Kalil. I need me Matt Kalil. I need me one Matt Kalil, please. Fresh off the presses. Fresh off the presses. I don't care who you say. I don't care who you say. Steve Smith in his prime. Calvin Johnson. Look. Deion Jones. Deion Sanders. Give me Matt Kalil. Give me an IR Matt Kalil over all of them. Where do we get tackle depth for Sunday? From within, from the heart, from working hard, I guess. I mean, I just don't see like who's gonna be available. Who's gonna be what team is gonna be releasing a serviceable left tackle? No, wait. Moton's good. No. Wait. I forgot. Wait. You got me caught up with that question. You almost got me. No, Taylor Moton's good, bro. Taylor Moton's good. Yeah, Taylor Moton's really good. Yeah, we're going to be straight there. We'll be straight. I think Taylor Moton's going to be straight. The line's going to be good. Or I think the line's going to be serviceable this year. And we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Bo Scarborough's out there. Look, man. If y'all been on the channel since... when did you guys find my channel? If y'all in here right now, when did you guys first find the channel? Or how about this? Of you guys who are here right now, who was here back when I was before the draft? Who was here like at least a couple weeks before the draft? I want to see that. I'll let the chat catch up. But who was here at least a couple weeks before the draft? Hit it, rip it. Nigga saying, I might actually just say, forget all that. If the stream just goes down, I'm gonna start playing music in here. I don't know, man. It feels so weird coming from Twitch and then like streaming with music in my ears and then streaming here and not having music. But yeah. So what's happening? So if y'all were here before the draft and whatnot, you know that I was really high on this one player. You know that I was really high on a particular guy. You know, he wasn't going to be a first round guy. He wasn't even going to be a second or third round guy. He wasn't going to be a fifth round guy. I just wanted one dude. I felt like this wasn't like a crazy type of thing. I wasn't saying, yo, man, we got to trade the farm away and get Saquon. I didn't say we got to trade the farm away and get Sony Michel. I didn't say, use a high draft pick on a running back when we know we need someone in the secondary. We know we need a receiver. We know we need maybe a backup tight end or something. I wasn't saying do all that. I just said I wanted Bo Scarborough. All I said was I wanted Bo Scarborough. A guy who went late, 7th round. We couldn't get Bo Scarborough. We need to get, what was it, two linebackers in a row, or was it 3? No, we went, what was it? Receiver, corner, safety, tight end, DE, linebacker, D tackle. Yeah, so we went linebacker, D tackle. We couldn't get Bo Scarborough. Actually, I'm surprised he's not in the game. I'm surprised he's not on a team, actually, to be real with you. I don't know. I didn't watch the Dallas Cowboys. Who went to the Cowboys, right? Dallas Cowboys. Detroit Lions. It was a D team, a D city with blue. I think it was the Cowboys. I think it went to the Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions. I think it was Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. But I thought he was going to be good. I didn't watch their games, especially late into their games, so I didn't see how he performed. But honestly, if he's not on a team that's kind of rough, But also, our running back situation is already good. I mean, we have Christian McCaffrey, who will probably lead the running backs in receptions again this year. He'll probably get over 1,000 all-purpose yards this year. We have C.J. Anderson, who should be good. We shouldn't expect a 1,000 yard year from him, but I think a good 1-2 punch there will be straight. We have Cameron Artis-Payne, which y'all think he's good. So, I'm not a told you so kind of guy. I'm not a throw it in your face when I was right and you were wrong kind of guy. But I can admit when I'm wrong. Like when I'm wrong, I'll be the first person to admit it, or I'll try to be the first one to admit it. But at the very slowest, I'll be the second to admit it. I just hope when Cameron Artis-Payne does what he does this year, I just hope whoever's wrong about him can admit it. If I'm wrong about Cameron Artis-Payne, I'll admit it. If I'm wrong about who Cameron Artis-Payne is as a running back on this team for several years, I'll admit it. But I just invite you all to, join me. And just remember the good times. Back when I was talking about how Cameron Artis-Payne might not be that guy. He might not be that guy. And it's tough. It's actually, it's rough and it's tough when there's a guy on the team. Let me scroll up on this chat. Let me scroll up real quick because I missed some things talking to the camera. Smash that MF like. Hey, you know how that go. Will Taylor Moton permanently take the starting job? He has 8 weeks. I mean, barring injury and other stuff like that, it's his job to lose. What's my opening song called? It's a song that I produced for one of my homies. The guy who raps on that, his music page is in my description of my videos. Maybe I'm weird. Whenever I watch a YouTube video, I usually look at the description. I don't know. I think I'm starting to realize that people just don't look at the description at all. It's nothing against you specifically, Monty, because I think that people in general have been asking me about things that are in my descriptions usually. And but yeah, his stuff's in my description. It's what's that song called? I don't even know, but it's unreleased. But a lot of y'all hate that. That intro song. I've been getting a lot of hate. I have a dude who watches my channel who comments on a lot of the videos saying, "Hey Sheltron, good video. I like what you're saying, but I'm gonna dislike every video I watch until you change your intro song." I said, "Damn." I said, "Word." I said, "Word." I said, "Okay." I mean, damn. I'm glad you like the channel. I'm glad you feeling what I'm saying, but you ain't gotta do all that though. I said, "You ain't gotta do all that though." What? Everyone, hold up. I'm sorry. I need everyone whose name is not IBN Raouf. Just give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. Just turn away. Keep your volume up, but just turn your phone away from your face. If you're on your computer, you're on your smart TV, you're watching off your console, just turn the screen off for 30 seconds starting now. IBN Raouf, come in closer. My brother, we gotta speak. My brother, we gotta speak. Now, did you just say what I think you said? My brother, my brother. Cap with more attempts can get 1,000 in a whole season, my brother. Hold up. I didn't see what I saw. I did not see what I saw. I didn't see what I saw. I just didn't see what I saw. Let me tell you two things about me. Look, two things about me. One, I like to joke a lot. Two, if you force feed him the ball In an offense, if you force feed Cameron Artis Payne, hold up. How about this? How about this? I'll do this for you. Oh man, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I don't want to. Okay. Here are the people who got 1,000 yards last year. Kareem Hunt, on 272 attempts, got 1,300 yards. Todd Gurley, 279 attempts, 1,300 yards. Le'Veon Bell, 321 attempts, got 1,291. Let's go down here. LaShawn McCoy, Mark Ingram, Jordan Howard, Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette, C.J. Anderson. All the lowest person here got 230, had 230 attempts. In what world do you see Cameron Artis Payne getting 230 attempts? And keep in mind, this is 230 attempts at 4.9, so 5 yards per carry. Basically 5 yards per carry. He was talking about preseason cap. Oh, in the preseason against fourth stringers, let them rip. If we played 16 preseason games against the third and fourth stringers, I mean, we can yap about it. Look, we can talk about fourth stringers and Cameron Artis Payne being the smartest mathematician in a remedial math class, but look, bro, I don't even want to hate on Cameron Artis Payne. Like, I don't want to say he's bad. I'm just saying for a third down, or not third down, for a third string running back, Kenyon Barner has more value. But no, that's not even what I'm trying to say either. That's not even my point. My point is that he isn't a 1,000-yard back. In fact, which one of these guys who didn't get 1,000 yards, is he better than Ezekiel Elliott, Alex Collins? See, okay, Zeke has a good line. Zeke has a good line and a quarterback who can't throw. So that's one thing. And also, he missed 6 games. He had 983 and he missed 6 games. And they forced him the ball. He had 242 attempts while he missed 6 games. He probably would have had over 321. Whoa, he had 242 attempts. I did not realize that. Look, not bad for third in line. He's not a 1,000-yard back. Y'all saying he's good. I've never seen a third string back get hyped so much. I've never seen a third string back get so much love. And I don't want to say I'm hating on him, but is he better than Alex Collins, Carlos Hyde? I mean, old Marshawn, Devontae Freeman. Crowell isn't bad. He's not great, but he's not bad. He got the ball a lot because they weren't passing last year. Saved their life. I mean, Latavius Murray is nice. Is he getting more yards than Cam? I mean, more than Alvin Kamara? I mean, I don't know what to say. Because we've never seen him? What does that mean? So you're saying that he could. So you're saying that he could get 1,000 yards? I'm just saying, so you're saying that, wait. Are you saying that Cameron Artis Payne is better than these top 20 guys? Which of these top 20 guys is he better than? That's my question. If these guys couldn't get 1,000 yards, or even from 10 to 20, which of these guys is Cameron Artis Payne better than? And then we can go down to 21 through 30. Which one of these guys is he better than? I'm not sure if he's better than last year Jonathan Stewart. Dude, yo, Monty, you were here for that, bro. You were here for that. when last time I did a live stream, I don't know what it was. I didn't want to hate. Like, it's the thing. I don't want to hate because, these are third stringers, and I'm not here to spread negativity. Because if you're a Panther, I mess with you. But y'all was hating on Chris Manhertz. I was like, yo, Chris Manhertz is overrated, and Chris Manhertz ain't it. I'm like, bruh, he's a third string tight end. I don't know what to tell you. He's not gonna be taking over nothing. I mean, he's a third string tight end who can block a little bit. He'll come in the game. Probably ain't gonna catch nothing. He's probably gonna come in for a 2 tight end set for something like jumbo. He might come in, to be the actual tight end on a run play or on a pass where he's not gonna be running a route. But you don't gotta get too hard on the man. But you're saying he can't? Yes, I'm saying that Cameron Artis-Payne cannot get 1,000 yards. Let's do this one. 2016. Which one of these guys is Cameron Artis-Payne better than? Was he going to get more yards than any of these guys? Or how about here? From 997. Why did that highlight that? From 997 down. Was he better than Melvin Gordon, Carlos Hyde, Crowell, who had actually back-to-back good years? Maybe I was wrong about Crowell. Maybe he's actually good. I don't know. I feel like he wasn't getting a lot of fantasy points, but I need to watch Crowell a little bit more. 2 back-to-back years, that good. Todd Gurley, even Spencer Ware wasn't that bad. I mean, Jeremy Hill was doing work. I mean, I don't understand. Here's my thing. If Cameron Artis-Payne was 1,000-yard back, you're either saying that you're either betting on extremely long odds, or you're saying that our running backs coach, our front office and Ron Rivera are bad judges of talent. You're saying that we have basically a franchise running back on our third string. No, that's not the point. The point isn't his attempts. The point is that you're saying that we have 1,000-yard back as our third down, as our third string running back, and that our coaches are holding him back. Because for what reason? These guys see him at practice every single day. They see him work out. Like it's kind of strange that. If he's 1,000-yard back, then he's better than Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's fast; he can catch out the backfield. But if you have 1,000-yard back who's a bruiser, you play him above Christian McCaffrey. And that's big facts, bro. That's big facts. If you have 1,000-yard rusher, you play him before Christian McCaffrey. And I love C-Mac. I love CMC. But if we have a dude if you have a guy who's up here in these ranks. Like, even Todd Gurley and up from 2016. Jonathan Stewart and up from 2016. And then you already saw the 2017 list. Cap is in his prime now. Look, y'all believe in that man way more than I do. Yes. I play C.J. Anderson before Cap every day of the week. He's third on the depth chart. The thing is, Cameron Artis-Payne did well against third and fourth stringers. He wasn't going against the second stringers. His all-time attempts, that doesn't really matter. I can look at it, but that doesn't really matter. $99 rush attempts in 3 years. So about 100 rush attempts in 3 years. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't get. He was good in college. There are plenty of guys who are really, really good in college, because in college, as long as you're the best athlete out there, you can, or a really great athlete out there, you can do a lot of work. Because for the most part, these teams aren't playing great defense. That's why you see 800-yard passing games and scores well into the 60s. Didn't the team just get beat 77-30 last night? Like I don't understand. Look, I'm not saying Cap is trash. No. I'm not saying Cap is trash. I'm not even saying Cap isn't good. I'm just saying he's not the best third string running back we had in our team this year. I'm just saying that Kenyon Barner was better. I'm not. I even said in my video that I said Cameron Artis-Payne. I don't feel like he's great for our team, but if he were to get dropped, he'd definitely find his way on another team like same day. He'd definitely get claimed to another team same day. I just don't think. I mean, I just don't know what Cameron Artis-Payne brings that Alex Arma doesn't. If it's pass protection in the backfield, Alex Arma can do that. Or we can even have Chris Manhertz as a tight end. People put their tight end in the backfield all the time. We can put a tight end in the backfield and just block if that's the case. But I just don't understand. Hold up, KD. Yo, I was gonna actually do a video on that game. Yo, I was gonna do a video on the UNC Charlotte game last night, but it kept getting pushed back for lightning and rain and stuff. I just couldn't keep up with it, man. It was like, what was it, 14-3 or 10-3, and it just kept getting pushed. Well, the beginning got pushed like what, an hour, and I was like, I was trying to watch it, and I was like, you know what, man, I just can't sit here and keep waiting for the lightning delays and like I was reading the tweets like, okay, we're 10 minutes away from being 45 minutes away from warm ups. Sorry guys, more lightning, so we're now 30 minutes away from being 45 minutes away from getting back on the field. And now we're like, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go. I had to dip out. We didn't draft a running back for a reason. Coaches see something we don't. We picked up what we didn't draft a running back because we signed C.J. Anderson like a month later. That would make sense. That would make sense if we didn't sign C.J. Anderson a month later, but it's not like we didn't draft a running back so that we could keep Cameron Artis-Payne on the roster to be the second guy. It's not like we didn't sign a guy, and there was even an article that said Cameron Artis-Payne will have all opportunities to become the starter or the backup to Christian McCaffrey. There was an article on that. I did a video on that as well. And then we signed C.J. Anderson, and he didn't beat out C.J. Anderson. So I mean, what's the argument here? I'm not sure what the argument is. Watch Dolphin game from last year. If the Dolphin game is the one where I love this argument, I actually love this because first of all, the Dolphins were trash last year. First of all, let's get it straight. Everyone can look good in that Dolphins game because the Dolphins were actually trash last year. So let's just say that right now. We'll go ahead and say that. Kiko Alonso was bad. But honestly, that whole team just was not good at all last year. And, I mean, it's proven because they're three biggest names left. Well, one got traded away for nothing. One just left because he hated the coaching staff and felt disrespected. And the other one, they overpaid and they felt like they couldn't pay him again. But I like that argument, though, because look at this stat. Look at this stat here. I don't have to even do that. Look at this man's stats. So it says, what do you have? 18 rushes for 95 yards, a touchdown, long of 43, and 5.3 yards per carry. That's pretty good. Look, now that's pretty good. You see that 5.3 yard per attempt, you're thinking, oh, that's a, I mean, look, that could be franchise running back statistics right there. But then you have to consider the long of 43, and if you take away that one rush attempt, so let's just do this. I mean, half of his rush stats are in one rush. When half of your yards are tied to one big run, what are you gonna tell me? So in that Dolphins game, that one Dolphins game from last year, what happened in every other one of his attempts? So 95 minus 43 is 52. So if we divide 52 by 17, because we're gonna take out just that one outlier of a rush, Because other running backs have, a good 70-yard run, a good 60-yard run. They have good, even a 100-yard run. But if you take away that one rush, their stats don't go down by a wild amount, do they? We'll look at it real quick, though. 52 divided by 17 is 3.05. So his rush per carry goes down from 5.3, a whole 2.3 yards if you take away one rush. I mean, I understand. Moving the goalpost, what do you mean? What do you mean? Half of his yards were in one run. When you get in the game, when you're beating a team up, I mean, what do you want? He's been in insurance at running back since he's been with us. Insurance is peace of mind, but you don't get paid until you need it. You pay insurance every month, but you can't just say, okay, insurance company, I haven't been injured, or I haven't been in a car accident in 2 years now. Can I take out the money that I've been putting into my insurance plan? Can I get that money back now? Like, it's not like insurance doesn't really do anything for you until you actually need it. And whenever we actually needed Cameron Artis-Payne, whenever we had an injury at running back, we're like, okay, Cameron Artis-Payne, come on up, bro. We need you here. Insurance is when you actually need it. It's good. You need to have it, but it doesn't have value until you need it. Insurance doesn't actually benefit you until you actually need it, and we haven't needed it yet. That's how I feel about it, and I think Kenyon Barner would have been a lot better. You a hater? That's football. You can't take it away. I'm a hater. I'm just saying his yards per. I'm saying half his yards are 43, or half his yards are in one rush. Name a good running back whose half the yards are in one rush. Wait, I'm a hater? I'm not going back and forth with that. I'm not going back. That's a pure fact. I'm not saying he didn't do it. But I can't say your yards. I mean, can you say that if he had 100 rushes? If he had 100 rushes last year, would he have averaged 5.3? What would he have averaged? Dude, what would Cameron Artis-Payne have averaged last year if he had 100 rushes? Keep in mind what our O-line was. Keep in mind all this other stuff. And that's football. And that's football, so you have to keep that in mind, and you can't take that away. If he had 100 rushes, what would he have gotten? 500 yards? 800 yards? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Is it more likely that he would have had between 2.8 and 3.2, or that he would have had between 4.1 and 5.5? CMC this preseason take away that 71-yard run. Okay, one, that's preseason and that literally doesn't matter, and two, Christian McCaffrey can catch the ball out the backfield and he can field punts and kicks. So his value is significantly higher than a guy who can only be a running back. Which brings you to my Kenyon Barner point about him outperforming Cameron Artis-Payne at all levels in this preseason, and he can also catch, and he can also field kicks and punts. So, I mean, we can talk about stats. We can talk about... I'm not someone who's just talking like out of just emotion. I can actually bring facts to the table. I've looked all this stuff up. Like, I don't just get on the camera with... I don't just press record with just an opinion. Like, if you guys see the amount of like actual like research I go into before I do these videos, and I mean, you see me I pull up the stats, I pull up all the stuff, and I try to go semi deep into what's going on here, but I don't just go on record and put it on my channel without thinking about what these things are. I'm not just blindly hating on Cameron Artis-Payne. Like, what do I gain by blindly hating on Cameron Artis-Payne? Like, I don't have the type of national reach to just hate on a player like a Skip Bayless type or like a Colin Cowherd, where where me hating is good enough to like bring in ratings from like people like talking about my content. Like, there's no benefit to me just blindly hating on Cameron Artis-Payne. There's no benefit. Oh my God, do I have to do this? I have to do it. I guess I have to do it. I guess I have to do it. I have to do it. There's no... Oh, man. It's tough. It's actually tough, but I guess I'll have to do it. Oh, man. Okay, well, first off, we can use context clues here, Icy. Does the preseason matter for Christian McCaffrey? What does the preseason matter more for Christian McCaffrey or for guys like Kenyon Barner and Cameron Artis-Payne? I mean, just think about the statement there. Does the preseason matter more for Christian McCaffrey or for these? I mean, who does the preseason matter for? Like what? It's. I mean, it's a. Even if like it's almost a statement, you can take what they said word for word and at face level, at the surface level, or you could think a little bit deeper into it about the context of the statement. Does the preseason matter for Christian McCaffrey, or does it matter more for these other two guys? But you know what? Let's just go back. Let's just go deeper into this, man, because it's getting a little rough. It's getting a little rough. All right. Can I do side by side here? How do I do this? Oh, this is playoffs. It's getting a little rough here. I gotta talk football. I gotta talk football. I guess what is it? Philosophy here. These aren't preseason numbers. These are actual in-season numbers. All right. I can compare their preseason numbers. I mean, we want to go that route. I mean, we can go preseason numbers, both of these guys. We can go that route. But you know what? I'll chill on that for right now. Cameron Artis-Payne has 99 rush attempts for 422 yards and 4 touchdowns. Okay. Kenyon Barner has 77 rushes for 317, and his average is 4.1 for those for the what 5 years he's been active. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have and we'll have 3. We have 3 here. I'm not counting this what was it, 2014 season? Yeah, because he didn't play a single game, so that would be unfair. And obviously 2018 and 2018 don't count either. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons against 1, 2. Can I even count the 3? It's tough because he got 144 yards. So can I take that away? I can't take away 36 rushes for 144 yards, can I? I mean, I probably shouldn't, right? I don't know. That's actually kind of tough one there. But I mean, if I'm counting this year in Carolina where he had 6 rushes for 7 yards and 1.2, that counts. I'm gonna count both of these. So look at this. So he has an average of 4.1. with his longest run being 19 yards. Cameron Artis-Payne has an average of 4.3, 4.3, with his longest run being 43. But that doesn't even matter. On 22 less attempts, he only has 105 less yards. So I mean, if you just do the math at 105 divided by 22. Actually, you know what? 105 divided by 22. It's actually a really high amount. So actually, you know what? The yards per carry, that comes out to be 4.7, I think. So I think the yards per carry is still in Cameron Artis-Payne's benefit there. But I mean, 4.3 to 4.1 isn't really a really bad comparison. But look at receiving. Now we can talk about rushing, but there's more. Like a running back can do more than just run the ball. Just like Cam Newton, people like to only look at his passing stats, like to ignore his rushing stats, and they say, well, without his running, then he couldn't be anything. And we always say, don't put Cam in a box. His rushing is what makes him unique, and that's also part of the game. It's like if you're a quarterback, you aren't allowed to run. So let's talk. Okay, so Barner's not a better runner in your opinion. That's cool, but running backs have more value than the running, right? So look at Kenyon Barner. Look at Cam Artis-Payne's receiving in his years. 7 receptions for 71 yards, no touchdown, and a long of 20. Kenyon Barner has 21 receptions for 127 yards, no touchdowns, long of 22. But I mean, it looks like he's more valuable in the receiving game, or at least they try to bring him into the receiving game a little bit more. And I mean, looks pretty straight. But not even just that. Then we get into his kickoff and his kick and punt returns, which is where his real value comes in, his real extra value comes in. I mean, we don't have to look at I mean, Cam Artis-Payne doesn't even return kicks and punts, so that's not even something we can look at. I have to go back and look at the Panthers stats last year, but can you just believe me? Can you just take my word for it when I say these stats about the Panthers? So last year, or this in his career, didn't do it his first 2 years, but he had 2 punt returns 2 years ago, 27 punt returns last year for 240 yards, and a long of 76. Last year for the Panthers, our longest punt return was 60 yards. If you want me to look it up for you right now, I can look it up for you. But can you just believe me when I say that our longest punt return was 60 yards last year? When I tell you I get on this camera, I don't just say random stuff. I don't just talk from emotion. I'm talking from I know these stats. He had our longest punt return last year was 60 yards, 27 yards on the long for a kick return. That's like third or fourth from last year. I mean, we had a kick return for a touchdown last year, and there were guys who had like 33 and like 37 for their kick return longs or whatever and whatnot. But we can at least say, without a shadow of a doubt, that Kenyon Barner brings more value to special teams than Cam Artis-Payne, right? Like we can say that at least we can say that Kenyon Barner brings more value to the kick return game and punt return game than Cam Artis-Payne. And if you want to say that Cam Artis-Payne is a better runner, is he so much better of a runner? Is he so much better as a runner that it takes away his Kenyon Barner's value as a kick and punt returner? Okay, he had one good kick return. Cameron Artis-Payne had one good run. But you say you can't take it away though, right? You say you just couldn't take it away? So I'm confused. So where are the goalposts then? But we don't need it. Do we need Cameron Artis-Payne? It doesn't matter what we need. The value's still there. And I'm pretty sure I'm not really sure what the cap hit is, but I think we can both make a pretty strong assumption that the cap hit between Cameron Artis-Payne and Kenyon Barner isn't that wide. I think we can pretty much accurately say that the cap hit between Cameron Artis-Payne and Kenyon Barner isn't that wide. Okay, flexing. We don't have time for this. We don't have time. I gotta put on a little. I gotta put on a little bit of a seminar here on football. We got Bird. We don't need KB as a returner. Okay, so even so, Cameron Artis-Payne still isn't a better running back than Kenyon Barner. Yeah, I agree that Bird. I mean, I feel like if you watch my videos, you see that I make all of these points. I made all these points. Yeah, I feel like that's the case as well. I'm not really triggered. I just want to. I just feel like, I mean, if there's a way to tell someone about what's happening on the field, I mean, I feel like it's something I can do. But yeah, I guess I did get triggered there. Point is, Cameron Artis. No. This all came up because someone said that Cameron Artis-Payne was a 1,000-yard rusher with more attempts. This all came up because someone said that Cameron Artis-Payne was a 1,000-yard rusher. You know, I have to stop responding to that. You know what? You're actually right. I should not have responded the way I did because that was. You know what? We agree on that. We agree on that. We agree on that. Maybe I did get triggered there because I gotta stop responding to these crazy things because I do. You know what? I do get easily triggered by even people saying the whole Cam doesn't jump on the ball 3 years ago. I mean, yeah, the thing is, it's a third string running back. Does it really matter? I mean, honestly, if Christian McCaffrey gets injured and C.J. Anderson gets injured, we're not depending on either one. Whether it's Cap or Kenyon Barner, we can all agree. We can all agree that it doesn't matter whether it's Kenyon Barner or Cap in the backfield. If our first two guys can't play, it ain't really nothing to do. Look, it ain't. Neither one of them are second string running backs. Look, neither one of them are our second string running back, so we can talk about that either way. We need D'Angelo Williams back. Jesus Christ. Let me just check something real quick. I gotta check something real quick. You disagree? Oh man. Brad Hoover, let's bring back Larry Hoover. You feel me? Bad football look as anyone who played the game in that Super Bowl. Matt coming back when Taylor and Darrell are holding it down. Look, Matt's gonna be holding a what is it? A Microsoft Surface. Look, we're gonna find out. Maybe Matt Kalil can't hold a block, but he can probably hold a Microsoft Surface. He can maybe hold a Microsoft Surface. We're gonna find out just how good his hands are. We can find out it's how good he can hold that up. Matt Kalil gotta hold. Matt Kalil can't hold a Khalil Mack. Yo, what are y'all thoughts on that Khalil Mack trade? Did y'all see that trade? Did y'all see the Raiders? Hold up, y'all was on my head. Remember when y'all was on my head when John Gruden got rid of who was it? What's his name? I forgot his name. The punter. I used to follow him on Twitter, but he started tweeting really annoying stuff, so I had to unfollow him. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But that trade, what was it? They got rid of, it was 2 firsts. The Raiders got 2 firsts, and they swapped a second and third round pick in 2019. Was it 2020? It was a really weird trade where the Bears somehow got a second round pick as well out of it, and they traded picks and something else. I don't know what's happening. Bro, when I say John Gruden, look, I can share my thoughts on it, but I won't. Anyway, man, does it really matter though? He's on the Bears, and the Bears have to deal with the Vikings and the Packers. So I mean, best case scenario, they end up 7-9 and injure Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, who got his money either way. So Kirk Cousins get injured, he's making that money. He's making that shmoney either way. Yeah, so I mean, you can pay that. Hey, you can make him the richest defensive end of all time or edge of all time. But when you really think about it, though, for what? For 7-9? For 7-9? Oh, you asked the question before, Andre. Keep up with our receivers? Yeah. The Jags. The Vikings, probably. The Eagles, maybe. Well, secondary wise, there's a few. But the thing is, now we have depth. So we have our tight end and our slot. So we're gonna test people's linebackers and safeties, which I think with Jarius Wright being able to get back on third down and get behind zones and whatnot, he can do really well. I mean, who's gonna cover Greg Olsen? Literally nobody. I get triggered when people say that J.J. Watt is better than Julius Peppers. Me too. I'm betting FA gets his first sack against Dak. Hopefully. Do you think Pep or Smitty first ballot Hall of Famer? Pep will. Steve Smith probably not, just because of the way that the Hall of Fame devalues wide receivers. You saw what they did to T.O. That's a different case though. But the Hall of Fame doesn't like to put in wide receivers on their first ballot a lot of times. So just for that reason, he probably won't be first ballot. But Pep probably will. Pep definitely, he should. Pep should. But the way the Hall of Fame works, they probably won't put a receiver in there first ballot. He's not better than Donald. Definitely feel better about our receivers in secondary than last year. Oh yeah, that's the thing I mentioned in my last stream. I was saying like I had to slow myself down and like look at it from a distance. No matter what our secondary issues are this year and like our worries about going into the season with our secondary the way it is, I had to think about it. I was like, wait a minute, our secondary is actually better than it was. No matter what you look at it from any angle, we're looking better than last year. I mean, no matter how you split it, we're looking better than last year. So I can't even front it. Kalil Mack is a great player, but you can replace his production. Kalil Mack is a great player, but you can replace his production. Huh. That's tough. That's one of them things. That's one of them things. If Dante Jackson becomes a lockdown corner, yeah. If we just have one premier corner, who can lock down, even just their Z receiver, even if he's not our X receiver, our X corner, if we can lock down their second best receiver, and we can double team the X. And if the slots can be going over the middle, unless they're trying to kill the seams a bunch. I mean, we can do a lot of different things. But as long as we have one premier cornerback on our team, we have an excellent front seven. Yeah, definitely agree. Got leaked. Oh yeah, Laramie Tunsil. Wasn't he playing on the Dolphins? Oakland basically gave John Gruden Khalil Mack money. Look, now that's something I can agree with. Yo, Oakland. Yo, hey, you ain't never lied, money. This man got 10 years, 100 milli rocks on any block. Is OBJ overpaid? No. The thing is, OBJ is a franchise wide receiver, and when you have a franchise player at receiver, quarterback, anywhere on the edge, or if you have a generational talent, well, middle linebackers don't really get premier contracts. Von Miller is an edge rusher. He's a linebacker, but an edge rusher, so I can't count him. But basically, if you have premier talent at quarterback, receiver, and especially the edge, you're basically never gonna be overpaid as long as you're like a franchise guy. Because if you don't set the market for that guy in the contract negotiations, then there's a team who will set the market, and then you save that money, but you don't get that player anymore. And I think that's what John Gruden did with Khalil Mack. Obviously, Khalil Mack's worth that money, But the thing is, the Giants or the Raiders aren't winning anytime soon. The Raiders aren't winning anytime soon, so you can pay the man, and obviously he deserves the money. But you're gonna pay that guy for what? You're gonna pay that guy to go 7-9. I mean, you could rebuild, but I mean the Raiders' defense was basically Kalil Mack, and then who? So I mean, Kalil Mack deserved the money, but I think that the Raiders realized that they're not winning, and their defense. I mean, the defense had no parts around it. There's no one else but Kalil Mack, honestly. So I mean, they realized that the guy was worth it, like in a vacuum, but in the grand scheme of things, tying up all that money probably wasn't the right move for them at the time. But in the same answer, in the same vein, that deal, that the trade was just weird. The trade was bad. Like they got fleeced. They gave the Bears a second. Isn't a good deal? Why not? He's a franchise receiver. You have to set the market. If the Giants didn't set the market on OBJ, OBJ is gonna make that money somewhere else. Steve Smith was better than OBJ. Why did we cut him? Steve Smith got left off the team because of, if you believe the reports, internal locker room struggle between who was going to be the leader between Cam Newton and Steve Smith. We all knew that Steve Smith had at least one more good year in him, but he was off the team because of basically, I mean, we had to make sure that there was no question about Cam Newton being the leader in the locker room. That's what that was, 100%. Yeah, that's 100%. When should we extend Cam? I did a video on that, and I think that's hard. When is he up for? When is his contract up? It's not next year. It's not after this year. It's after next year, right? It depends on what our win now mentality is. I would consider looking to extend him after next year's draft, depending on how good we looked after the draft. Depending on how we do this year and how we look after the draft, I would consider looking at restructuring or just extending him after next year's draft, around this time, honestly. Around this time, or even like middle of August. We can look at that. But yeah, if we let Cam go to the end of his contract, think about what the cap's going to be and what the market's going to be on quarterbacks in 3 years. You want to, dude, you really want to, and think about what the temperature of the league is. We're seeing the more guaranteed contracts. Like we saw Kirk Cousins get fully guaranteed, and we're seeing a bigger percentage of these big contracts being guaranteed right now. So it's not just about numbers, it's about looking at that guaranteed number. And if we let that contract go to 2020, Cam gonna get shmoney. And it's not just about, we obviously know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, I might get hate for this. But we understand that Aaron Rodgers as a talent isn't what Aaron Rodgers is, right? Or Cam Newton isn't what Aaron Rodgers is as a talent, right? I don't think that we can sit here and have a disagreement on unless you want to say that Cam Newton is the best quarterback in the league, but I don't think there's anyone here who believes who honestly believes that Cam Newton is the most talented quarterback in the league right now. And if you do, that's news to me. And I'm not gonna sit here and blindly say that every single Panthers player that we on the team is the best in the league, because that would be extremely irresponsible and just it's a bad thing to do if we get into just blindly saying this guy's wearing blue and black so he's the best. But I think we're on the same page here about Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna get paid more than Aaron Rodgers because he's getting paid after Aaron Rodgers. And that's just what it is. So, I mean, it's all about, like you said, it's all about timing. It's all about the the market being set over and over again. Look, because if you don't pay your franchise quarterback, someone else will, and then you have to go and draft someone who might bust, or you might have to pick up someone who might, not be worth it. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna get paid like the best quarterback. So no matter what his talent is, or whatever you think of him, what his ranking is, whatever. And that wasn't a point about Cam Newton. That was a point about quarterbacks in general. To make a point about players in general. About was it Andre who said that OBJ wasn't worth his contract? OBJ is worth his contract because someone else will pay that money. And if you don't pay OBJ, if you're the Giants, who do you have? Evan Ingram? Russell Shepard, I think? You got to do something. I mean, you got to pay these guys. You got to pay these guys because someone else will. And then once someone else does, what are you left with? What are you left with? What up, Justin? I appreciate that, man. If I were a player, I would pull a Brady and take less money to surround myself with better talent. See, that's you, Zach. But I would never, ever tell another man to take less money. I'm never going to look at another man's wallet and say, dude, you deserve, I would never tell another person, look, dude, you're being greedy by trying to make money. I would never look another man in the eyes and tell him, hey, you shouldn't be making the money you're making right now. Take less money and do it like that. But the thing about Brady is Brady doesn't need money. Brady's wife is worth like 3 times more than him. Brady could work for free. Brady could work for free and still be living a whole lot more comfortable than every other quarterback in the league. Do I think this is Funchess' last chance? This isn't his last chance. Funchess, he has to have a great year. I mean, the Panthers we're pretty loyal to a fault, honestly. We're a pretty loyal organization, almost to a fault. But in my opinion, we probably do extend them either way. But the price has to be right, man. I'm not paying Funchess. If I'm a GM, I'm not paying Devin Funchess I'm not paying him top of the line money. He's not getting AB or OBJ or one of these guys type money. His wife, Gisele, was it Bundchen? Gisele is a supermodel? Probably one of the top 5 supermodels from the last 10, 15 years. His wife is probably one of the biggest supermodels in the world right now. And in the world for the last 10, 15 years. And has been making money. She makes way more than Tom Brady could ever dream to make, bro. Gisele makes what, baseball money? She makes international soccer money. I don't even want to say that. She makes so much money, it would actually scare you. It would actually scare you. Bro, it would actually Gisele's net worth. The thing about this, when you think about the wives of quarterbacks, I don't want to say anything, bad about the wives of quarterbacks, but as far as money goes, they probably, I don't want to say need, but for the lack of using a much better term and thinking of the politically correct term, the wife of an NFL quarterback probably needs the NFL quarterback. Gisele could go out right now and have 3 NFL quarterback boyfriends if she really wanted to, and still be richer than all of them. Gisele could pull Aaron Rodgers. She could have Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and who? Not Russ, because Russ ain't about that life. Russ ain't about that life. He pulled Sierra, which is, that's actually tough. But he could. I mean, Giselle could pull 3 quarterbacks and have them all on a string by her pinky finger. Have them all living in her house, on 3 separate floors, and they would still be loyal to her, and they would still be loyal to her. So someone asked what that tackle we brought on. Who said that? Someone asked, can I talk about this new guy Robinson and what he brings to the roster? That new guy Robinson brings depth and a guy wearing a number on the sideline. Big facts. I mean, we picked him up for a conditional 2027th round pick, which should be 100% of what you need to know about him. 2017, her net worth was $400 million. There it is. Yeah. Giselle, look. Giselle making enough money to do what it do. Hey, no, she don't have Tepper money. Hey, she don't have Tepper money, but not a lot of people have Tepper money. Cam ain't leaving his woman for a white chick either. No attendant. Cam's wife is cute. She a teen, but that's the mother of his children. I ain't gonna say nothing disrespectful about Cam Newton's girlfriend. Are they married? No, I don't think they're married. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. So for Brady taking less money is all about legacy. He can afford to take less money, not just because his wife, but because he has rings and he wants to build his legacy so that the bar is so high that no other quarterback can ever even think to get to where he is, which is possible. DJ Moore, Offensive Rookie of the Year. G. Jackson, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe. I won't lie to you. Just the way that voting works, Roquan Smith has a really good chance of being the D-Roy this year, only because he plays for the Bears, and teams are going to be double teaming Kalil Mack now, even triple teaming Kalil Mack, and all he has to do, and all Roquan has to do is sack Kirk Cousins and sack Aaron Rodgers 3 times. He sees Aaron Rodgers twice this year. So if Roquan Smith sacks Aaron Rodgers 3 times, he wins D-Roy. And that's how the voting works. If you can get to a great quarterback, doesn't matter what their O-line looks like, doesn't matter what the circumstance is with Khalil Mack being there. If you're sacking big name quarterbacks, and they love, I mean, it could really end up being Roquan Smith. How will Zeke do? That depends on our game plan. If we pack the box and force Dak to throw on us, then Zeke won't do all that great. But I think we'll be all right. I think we'll win the game. Yeah. I mean, honestly, their defense is very suspect. Everyone's suspended. They can't stay off the weed. Dante is. I'm going for D-Roy. Record this year, I'd probably say 11-5. We can do that again. Maybe 10-6 is a little bit more realistic because they're so unproven in some spots. Only problem is I'm not sure if 10-6 makes the playoffs this year. I think 11-5 might be the cutoff this year again. Well, 10-6 made playoffs last year with the Falcons. But yeah, 10-6, 11-5 is definitely going to be the cutoff again this year for the playoffs, barring injuries and whatnot. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, Virtue. I think he'll limit him. Limit who? I think we're going to ease DJ Moore into the season. I think DJ Moore, 10 touchdowns. Whoa. Did not see that. 800 yards, I'm not sure. But 10 touchdowns is a little bit tough, especially considering our red zone offense probably won't is really a lot of fades and high points. Either fades and high points or dives and Cam Newton and bootlegs to our tight end. We don't really throw a lot of slot. We don't throw a lot of slot or like speed route red zone touchdown plays. So that's a little bit tough. And we'd have to depend, for him to get 10 touchdowns, that would depend on him getting burner plays and plays out in space. Curtis Samuel and Greg Olsen's stats? That's kind of hard. His role will increase when receivers get hurt. Whoa, I don't want to say that. I think they'll ease him in the game plan. I don't think no one needs to get hurt. I mean, technically you're right. His role will get bigger if players get hurt, but I don't think it's dependent on players getting hurt. Stats, I couldn't give stats, honestly. I couldn't give stats that I can actually be held to. Like, I don't off top of my head right now, I probably couldn't give like real stats. But I will say that Curtis Samuel will do very well this year. He can probably get 500. I don't even know off the top of my head what Greg Olsen's stats were 2 years ago. Because I can't go off his stats from last year because he was out for 10 weeks. And so I couldn't give like a real good estimate. If I say something right here and then it's like, oh, you said this number about Greg Olsen, and then it makes no sense to throw out a random number. You feel me? Like I could say a random number right now, but it'd be kind of hard. But yeah, 2 tight end sets, Zach. I 100% agree. 100% agree. 2 tight end sets definitely gonna be great. Oh, but if you want to know about touchdowns for Greg Olsen, I can give him at least 5 or 6 touchdowns for Greg Olsen. Maybe even 7. But those 2 tight end sets, things can happen, bro. I'm telling you right now, Ian Thomas will 100% impress. I think the floor is 4 touchdowns for Ian Thomas, especially in the 2 tight end set, because you can't put your best coverage linebacker on Ian Thomas, and there's not many tall, like physical coverage linebackers in the game, and then you have to put a safety on them. Are you putting a corner on Ian Thomas in the end zone, in the red zone? Probably not. You're putting a safety on him or a linebacker. Midfield logo is going to be a Panther. Nothing wrong with my football IQ. Why does someone say... Oh, it probably doesn't apply to someone else. But I say, I didn't ever say anything about anyone's football IQ. What the hell? Anyway, y'all, I've been on this for longer than I thought. It's been an hour and a half. It's gonna be a Panther. We're gonna crank this on down. Yeah, Ian's gonna be high pointing. Look, from the very second we drafted him, I was always high on Ian Thomas. Check the video. The title was what was it? Carolina Panthers draft Ian Thomas in the 5th round or 4th round. No, it's Panthers draft Ian Thomas and why you should care. Look, I've always been pretty high on Ian Thomas. We have too many mouths to feed. That's the reason why I can't really give a real accurate number on yards and stats and whatnot, because like I said, it's going to be a spread the ball kind of offense. Like, that's why I also don't think that DJ Moore will be Rookie of the Year again. No, that video I said he could be Rookie of the Year. That was before I realized how good all of our weapons are. And when you think about how our first 2 options are really Greg Olsen and Christian McCaffrey from like a pure reps standpoint, and then we have to look at functions as well. And we have Torrey Smith, Jarius Wright, Curtis Samuel, all those other guys. Like, we don't, the offense isn't spotlight DJ Moore. And for him to be the Rookie of the Year, you have to be a spotlight player. You have to be like the main reason your team is going off. And then you have to go ahead and that's as a receiver. And you already know they love to give those rewards those awards to quarterbacks and running backs, you already know how hard it is for a receiver to get those yards. You have to actually be like OBJ and like be the only reason your team has ever won a game. Or you have to be Saquon, or is Rosen starting? I'm not sure if Rosen's starting. Depends on how soon they start Baker Mayfield, which won't be for, I don't think it's going to be very long. Probably like week 6-ish. It depends. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for coming out here. I just want to say, if y'all don't leave yet, but for y'all still here right now, make sure you follow me on Twitch, because it's twitch.tv/Sheltron. Hold up, actually, I'll do this. One second. Twitch.tv/Sheltron is my channel. It's taking a long time to load. But yeah, follow me here, because this is where I'm going to be doing my pregame shows. I'll still be doing live streams on YouTube, but I'm going to be doing my pregame streams on Twitch. Like I said, just twitch.tv/Sheltron. It's pretty straightforward. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. And it's for several reasons. I can show videos. I can show NFL videos on Twitch. I can play music and whatnot. And that's what the pregame show is going to be a part of. And I guess it won't be like just straight talking and whatnot. And yeah, that's all it is. But yeah, thanks for coming out to the show, y'all. And I'll see y'all when there's more news. All right, y'all.